The naturalness of you returning back to fulfillment, your wish fulfilled, is what ultimately determines how quickly it will be expressed externally. But it's important to know that when it becomes natural and you develop this knowing that what you want is yours, you don't care about it expressing externally. The reason you don't care is because it would make sense for you to experience it externally because it's who you are. You've developed the knowing that it is already yours. You are already that person. When you genuinely feel fulfillment within, you've experienced it. It's yours now. It's no longer something you want. It's no longer something that you desire, something you crave, something that you want to happen. You've experienced it. And it makes sense for you to experience it externally because it's who you are. You own it now. When you get to that point, it expressing is effortless because it's genuinely who you are and you manifest who you are. Feeling is the secret, and feeling is knowing. Knowing what you want is yours and resting in the conviction that it is done. It is yours. It is in your possession. You own it. And because you've genuinely experienced the fulfillment of it within, you can walk in that confidence, no longer in a state of lack. Your point of operation, so how you view the world, what you identify with, in relation to how you show up in the world, is of fulfillment. You are viewing the world from fulfillment. You are viewing the world as the person who has what you want. When you think of what you love, you're going to want to return back to fulfillment. When you think of your desire, the things that you want, experiencing them would feel good. And you want to experience them, of course. When you give yourself permission to feel fulfilled, to feel like you have what you want within right now in the present moment, you're going to want to do that repeatedly. And when you repeat it, when you frequently return back to that feeling of fulfillment, that knowing of fulfillment, it will feel natural for you to return to that state. And that's what's going to become your point of operation or your dwelling place. And that is what is going to be expressed externally. Your natural state of being, your dominant state of being, your dwelling place, however you want to call it. Whenever you think of your desire, if you're going back to fulfillment, if you're consistently fulfilling yourself, every single time you think of your desire or your desire pops up throughout the day, you are making the process feel natural when you fulfill yourself and return back to that state of having, of being. When you do that over time, you will develop the secret, which is feeling and knowing that it is done. You can walk in the assumption and confidence that you have already experienced it. You have already experienced the fulfillment. Not only do you have the ability to feel fulfilled right now without waiting for something to happen externally, but when you do this, you're naturally going to take the action that you need to take in order to get there. And the action that you take is action that you're going to want to take. It'll feel weird or unnatural if you didn't take that action because it's who you are. Fulfillment is who you are. Being fulfilled and having your desire is who you are when you know it to be true, when it feels natural to have it. So there'll be certain things that you'll want to do. You'll be driven and guided to take certain action externally to get you there, to reflect your imagination and the fulfillment that you see for yourself in imagination. Imagination creates reality. Imagination is true reality. And the second that you experience fulfillment within your imagination, within, and you develop that naturalness of returning to that state because it feels good, and you just know it to be true within, it is done. So know your desires to be fulfilled by returning to that state and making it feel natural, making it feel like a natural extension of you. So whenever you think of your desire, go back to fulfillment instantly. Feel fulfilled, know it to be true, And do whatever technique or process you need to do, whether it's affirming or visualizing. Do whatever you need to do to get back into fulfillment. And that will become your natural dwelling place. You'll just know that it is yours and it is done. Feeling is not an emotion. Emotions are not necessary. If they help you get back into this state of wish fulfilled, then that's great. But don't think that feeling equals emotion. Feeling is equal to knowing. The naturalness of you being that person already, and the deep inner conviction and knowing that it is already yours. You've done it. You experience the fulfillment. You know it to be true. You know it to be done. It is yours. You are in possession of your desire. It is done, and you know it to be true. When you can get to that point, and it just feels natural, that's the key.